This is my second stand-up in English. There could be mistakes in my English, I'm sorry. The most popular mistakes in Ukraine are connected with past perfect tense, conditionals, and Budapest Memorandum on Security Assurances. Yeah. You may know that we gave away all our nuclear weapons in 1996, and now Russia is threatening to use nuclear weapons against us. As I understand, it can be first nuclear cashback in the world. A couple of words about Hungary. If you read history of Hungary, you need to know that full name of this country, Hungary for Russian dicks. Yeah, I like this joke. I know it's dead joke, but you know, like all jokes from Ukraine is dead jokes a little bit. Sweden and Finland are joining NATO. What I can say about that from Ukraine? You're welcome, Sweden and Finland. You just use this, you just use this boring Ukraine promo code to join NATO faster. That's nice. And the Russia gets another promotion. Strike one possible NATO member and get 2 for free. Ukraine won Eurovision. Thank for everyone for support. It was not easy because girl from Spain was really hard, but you know Ukraine is harder place now, so I'm sorry, Spain. Germany took last place at Eurovision. I don't think it's fair because the guy was not so bad, and I'm sure we will send you some points for Eurovision, but later, you know, Germany. Yeah. I decided to make one more video in English because my first got a lot of attention from the world. A lot of people share it in the internet. I spoke with journalists from different countries, from Germany, from France. I said, give weapons, please. Britain, Australia, Switzerland, Taiwan. It was so interesting and so unpaid. And Daro Brian, one of the most famous comedians in the world, shared my stand-up in Twitter and said it's funny and impressive. This was like a dream for me. All my stand-up colleagues hates me now. And I'm just like to imagine this kind of situation somewhere in the world, like just a couple of people talking somewhere in Ireland or Australia, and they talk like, do you know this impressive comedian from Ukraine? Zelensky? No, the other one. This guy from Shelter. I spoke with journalists from different countries, and they started asking me questions, like the same questions about my life and my stand-up during war. So I decided to answer on the most popular questions in this video. For example, how do you find the humor in the war? Where do you look? Well, it's not difficult. I'm just looking in the sky. I raise my head and see a bunch of ideas coming from Russia to my head. So if you lose your inspiration, just come to Ukraine. Ideas just flying in the air. How do people react to stand-up in Shelter? Very good. People in Shelter react good for everything that sounds not like a rocket or a rifle. And people were very happy because it could be like less stand-up in their life. So when they start to compare the deaths and my stand-up in this situation, my jokes look not so bad, you know? Maybe you need to give up your territory to stop Putin. Shut up, you piece of shit! That's Russian journalist, I'm sorry. Interrupt me a little bit. How does it feel to write jokes during war? Well, it's like to tell a joke at the funeral. You have to be sure that joke is funny before you will tell it. How it feels to live during war? I think I have a couple of examples to describe. I have a friend, he lives in a big city and his mother lives in a small village. And his mother called him at night and said, I see rockets in the sky, I see a lot of rockets just over the village. And he said, don't worry, mom, it flies to me. This is the option he chose to comfort his mother. This is how we live now. This is kind of life in Ukraine. It flies to me. It's like your mother sees the blood on the table, starts screaming, and you will say, oh, don't worry, mom, that's mine. I have cancer, so keep calm. Why are you so nervous? We need to get back to normal life. We need to start working. That's what my landlord told to me. And ask for the rent. It's like typical dialogue now in Ukraine. Yeah. You need to explain your landlord why you can't pay during war for the... You need to find reasons why you can't pay. I a little bit argued with this woman, and she said, you need to pay at least half of the rent. I say, okay. And the funniest part that in 2 days after that, Russian rocket bombed a building just in 900 meters away from my apartment. I heard this bump, and for me, this was a sound of a discount. I heard and think, oh, it sounds not like half of the rent. It sounds like minus all rent. You're okay. Thank you to check. Oh, yeah, the most important part. Oh, sorry. Фу, так заебался, честно. Нахуя це придумав все англійське, чесне слово, блядь. Жив собі, не тужив, ні, блядь. На. Тільки на українську перейшов 2 дні тому, все, блядь, чесно. Ну, не, рік тому, ладно. Couple of words about money. Below this video you can find links on my PayPal and Payoneer account, and you can send donation there. On my first video I put links for like Ukrainian funds to donate. And you send some donates, probably, but I'm not sure about that. I mean, I can't count your donation. Maybe you send like nothing, because I can check this operation. So now you can send on my PayPal account, and I will check your support. I will count your support. And also, I'm gonna take some money for me. I'm gonna to separate like 80% to army and 20% for me. Yeah, I decided to take 20% because I believe you will send like $20,000. But you may not. You may see this video and think, oh, this guy's still alive? And he's asking money. What about Lend-Lease, Anton? Yeah, Lend-Lease is super cool, but it's not for everyone, you know? So if you can help, please help. You need to know a couple of words about Ukrainians and about money. Ukrainians are very practical and frugal people. I mean, we like to save money, even at war. I give you a couple of examples. I saw photos where our Ukrainian soldiers, they were making a barbecue out of Russian rocket. Did you see this photo? Yes, they just take part of the rocket and making barbecue. How did they come to this idea? They were like, okay, we take some meat and vegetables, but we forgot about barbecue. Damn, where we can take it? Oh, look at this stuff. Can you shoot it carefully? I want to put it in my kitchen. This is for sausages, this is for chicken, and this is I don't like. Destroy it, please. My favorite example, I saw the video where our Ukrainian soldier, he was targeting a Russian machine using our like this anti-tank missile system, and the journalist asked him, oh, you're gonna shoot this machine? And our soldier said, no, it's too cheap. My rocket is more expensive, so I will waiting for something more interesting from Russia. I was like, what? I hope this guy have some kind of crypto investment courses, because I wanna visit. He know how to not to risk with your money, you know. I think Biden decided to give Lend-Lease for Ukraine after this video. He watched it and think, oh, they will return all the money. That's fine. Just give all the stuff to Ukraine. So USA, don't worry about Lend-Lease. I'm sure that a lot of Ukrainian soldiers will be afraid to use your weapons because it's too new. Like, don't touch us American rockets. This is for Christmas. Think about that. I don't want to see Russian soldiers at Christmas in Ukraine, but I have song for them if they will stay. Like, javelins are coming, javelins are coming, javelins are coming. Look around. Watch out. Something's coming. The world a little bit boring with war in Ukraine. I know, all the world waiting for Squid Game too, but they get only war in Ukraine. It's not so interesting. In Squid Game there was like a lot of professional actors. In war in Ukraine it's only one professional actor. You know, it's not so interesting now. So I want to invite Netflix in my country, because we have a lot of stuff you can film here. Everything, like Squid Game. We have Squid Game like every day on the streets. Stranger Things, lots of Stranger Things in our country. Black Mirror, just hold my beer. As I remember, I was awakened in the country by the war and understand that the main army commander of my country is a comedian. I saw all episodes of Black Mirror and it's not even close, you know, to this stuff. All Ukrainian television is a Black Mirror now. I can see live streaming of my country being invaded. I feeling like NPC in a Call of Duty game, you know, just running on the street. I every day see this statistic how many Russian soldiers were killed, like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. It's like coronavirus statistics, but you feel better when you see it. And I notice that sometimes people from abroad say like, there is too much hate for Russians in the world. Usually these people are Russians who say this stuff. There is too much hate for Russians in the world. There are people who are against the war in Russia. So why you don't like them? Well, I try to explain why. Here is a typical dialogue with a guy from Russia in Twitter or somewhere in social media. He said like, "Why do you hate me?" I like to do stupid accents for Russians because they're stupid. So Russian said, "Why do you hate me? It's my government bombing you, not me." Well, you pay taxes in your country, so there is part of you in this rocket. You understand it? "I don't agree with my government." "Oh, really? Maybe you will say this not for me, but to your government." "They will put me in a jail." "Oh, I see. So thousands of people in my country should die, like hundreds of towns should be destroyed. My country should be captured because 140 million people in your country can't get rid of one guy." "Oh, I'm sorry, Russians. My hate is so exaggerated. Can I help you something?" They even use these hashtags, Russian Lives Matters. Did you see? It's true, it's true. In TikTok, in Twitter. What do you mean Russian? No, they don't. Russian lives, you start a war. This is not a good way to save lives, start a war. If Russians' lives matters, you can just go your fucking home from my land, тупа ты, блядь, залупа собачья. Sorry, I can't translate it in English. That's some kind of... I can try. Okay, I'll try. Тупа ты, блядь, залупа собачья. Zalupa. Zalupa means... what does it mean? Part of dick? Right way. This right way. It's a head of the dick, zalupa. Собака is dog, so it's dog's penis head. And it's stupid, like tupá. And shit, so it's like you a stupid dog's penis head shit. This is translation of Russia in Ukraine, so use it. Yeah, that's all my jokes. If you can send some money and weapons for me, please send. Yeah, I'm feeling like Pablo Escobar. I need money and weapons to continue my job. Thank you. Stand with Ukraine.